Hi, this is Will. Today's video is going to be on crampons, not tampons, crampons and ice chains for your boots. Also snowshoes and the trekking pole that I like to use for hunting out west. Do you need these for mule deer hunting or elk hunting out west? Absolutely not. Sometimes you carry away with buying too much stuff, yes, but there's a few things that I like about these, a few things I think you should think about and consider when you're hunting out there that you might like these also. This year when me and my wife went out to the River No Return Wilderness, she was walking in the snow pulling a poke sled, and she hit a stick that was underneath the snow, and she slid and fell down. She was still hooked her poke sled. I had to help get her back up. Put these on, there was no problem walking. These will grab an ice traction, snow, they're great for anytime there's icy or snowy conditions, just like putting tire chains on your car. And there's no noise to them. When they're tight, there's not a problem with that. And besides, you're not going to wear these for stalking anyway. You can wear these walking in on the trail or, walking around camp, and they're very great for that. And these are not very aggressive, but they're perfect for walking down the trail where it's icy. The second ones I like, what I use, and I have this pair, I don't normally walk in with any chains or anything on. These are the crampons. They're a mini spike. You can get these as cheap as $10 or $17 on Amazon. They last 2 good seasons. I buy the cheaper ones. You can buy a Catalua pair, which is like 70 bucks. But they may only last a couple more seasons. So really for 10 bucks or 17 bucks, these are great. They, again, don't make a lot of noise. And again, you're not gonna be wearing these for stalking. Where I use these is, normal times you shoot an elk or mule deer on a steep slope, and you have to tie it off sometimes so it's not sliding down. And what these will do is while you're quartering out that elk, these spikes help hold you on that terrain while you're doing it so you don't fall or slide down with your elk and you don't cut yourself while you're quartering it out. And these work really good for that, and for the price you can't beat. 17 bucks investment. They're 7 ounces each, so you're talking 14 ounces total, less than a pound. I think it's a really good thing to have in your pack to keep with you, even just for quartering. You can use them walking up and down the slopes. They're great for that too, but depending on what you're doing, I use them basically just for quartering out the animals on the slopes, and I think they're great. My suggestion to you is spend the 10 bucks. They're on sale right now. You can get these through Amazon or any other company really. Get you a pair of these, have them in there for when you quarter them out in those steep quarters. The other thing I like to talk about is snowshoes. And like I say, you keep them all in a light bag like this. I keep both sets in this compact bag. They're puncture proof, and you can tighten this down to keep it from not rattling your pack. What I like to talk about is snowshoes. Now, do you need snowshoes? Well, I talked about in my other video, I talked about the military grade snowshoes you can get for really cheap, like $30 a pair. These are a little more expensive. These are similar to the ones we used in the military. We had a Denali brand in the military that was really effective. And these are similar to those, and these are for the backcountry. These are the MSR Evo ASCENT. And what these are for basically is the backcountry areas. They're a little bit heavier than the aluminum ones I have, and they don't give us quite as much flotation. Flotation means keep you up on top of the snow as well. But they're very maneuverable, and they're really good for backcountry areas. They come in with aggressive crampon built in, side rails for traction, extra traction devices built into the plastic polymer frame on it, and I like these very well. And the tails on these are removable, and I'll show you that in a minute. The other option of these to prevent heel fatigue is what they call the heel elevator. And what this does is while you're walking up a steep incline and you're digging in, your heel doesn't have to come back all the way to flat, and it takes and allows your calf to rest and allows it to get a break, and you're not burning out your calves as quick by having that on there. And when you're done, this just pops back down. So it's kind of a nice little option to have on this, and it keeps out of the way. If you're going real steep terrain, I like that. Do you need them? No. And will they keep you above the snow? Yes. I mean, depending on how deep the snow is, even in snow that's 6 or 8 inches deep, these will keep you up off of that snow and only sink down maybe 4 inches. So even that, deleting some of that snow or eliminating how deep that is a good thing. These are the tails. You don't need these on, and you can go like this without them. But what happens is when you get a heavier pack on or you're in deeper snow, what these do is this allows you to carry heavier weight, so you can go up to 300 pounds with this on there or plus. I think they say 225, but actually it'll go up well over 300 pounds. The military's tested these. And the tail basically just slides on like this, and you just tighten it down, and it gives you more flotation, meaning keeps you above the snow better. These are expensive, but do you need them? Depends where you hunt. These are good for the backcountry, and they're good for if you go late season and you get into deep snow. The only thing you got to worry about whenever you snowshoe is you have to worry about snowshoe sickness. And basically what that is you're lifting something that's 3 pounds on each foot. And as you do that extended period of time, your legs are going to start breaking down the muscle tissue, and you go to muscle failure, and that gets into your bloodstream. It's just similar to a heart attack. All that stuff in your bloodstream makes you feel sick to your stomach, makes you feel lethargic. You start to, you can even vomit at some point. So it just makes you feel real ill. And snowshoe sickness is real, so you have to, take that into effect. You have to get in shape prior. You have to wear leg weights around and try stepping higher when you walk your neighborhood or do your normal walks, if you can use snowshoes a lot. Guys live out west can tell you all about that. You have to be conditioned to use snowshoes. You live down south, you're going to have to use leg weights, walk around, and basically get your legs conditioned for the extra weight of 3 pounds on your foot, because you don't want snowshoe sickness out there. It can wreck your trip, because you'll be down for a day at least with it. These are real durable, they are 3 pounds, 3.5 pounds altogether with the tail on it. That's a little bit heavy, but they're still easy enough to pack in. I mean, that's not a whole heck of a lot of weight. And I like them when the snow gets deep, late seasons. I go into Idaho where it's going to be heavy snow, and these can be a godsend in that particular time. Just a suggestion to you, again, you don't have to buy the MSR brand. You don't have to even have snowshoes. Just something I recommend if you're going to hunt late season. For trekking poles, I always set them up. I put orange duct tape on them. I just put moleskin on it, and this is my wife's. It's an inexpensive brand. I eventually want to get her a Sissy Sticks. They sell on the Gritty Bowman has a coupon code for Sissy Sticks. If you all are interested, you go on to Gritty Bowman. Great guy, excellent bow hunter. He has a coupon thing. I know you can go on and get Sissy Sticks. I'll be getting Sissy Sticks next. But I always trick them out. I always put orange duct tape, so if I drop them, snow or darkness, I can find it real quick. Duct tape burns. It's a nice thing to have for starting a fire, and black tape for other issues, putting on your tag or whatever. I normally go, hairball. Normally, I never did Sissy Sticks. People want to do those things, what the heck you need those for? But when I saw the Black Diamond ski pole, Whippet, and you could use this as a trekking pole, it's aluminum upper, carbon fiber on the bottom, extremely lightweight. This head is removable on it. You can unscrew it and take the whole head off. What this is basically, it's like a pickaxe that they use for mountain climbing. Like here, if you see on the wall here, this is one I had in the military when I was at Fort Lewis and we climbed Mount Rainier. It's a pickaxe, and what this does is, it helps you if you're falling and you start to descend and you lose your footing. You can dig this in, and it can hold you. It can hold you on the mountain. You do the same thing with this. You can lay your body across it, push this down, and these pieces come off. There's extra pieces on there, and it's got the same deal as the Ice Axe. Now, you can't use this for ice climbing. Don't think that for any reason. It's basically, what I like about it is it's extremely long, and so because I'm a tall guy, I can take this thing out to its full. This ain't full extension, but I can take it out, and when I'm tired after humping that heavy ruck, I can rest my body weight on this thing, and it's going to take every bit of 400, 500 pounds. It's extremely strong, and it's nice to be able to rest your body weight on this. Now, it's taller, it's longer when it's compact, more than my wife's is when you put it in. That is one deficit to it, I guess you want to say, or one con. You can see when you put it on your pack, this is as short as it compacts. I've got the stupid tip on the end right now just to protect the ice tip, but it's a lot longer than the standard stick, so when you put it on your pack, it's going to hang off a little bit. That's the only drawback to it, and the price on it is they're pretty pricey, but I do like the fact that where I hunt is real steep. They're extremely light, extremely durable, and if I do happen to fall, I can dig this thing in. I can dig this thing into the rock or snow or mud or whatever and hold me from going up. Comes with the snow boot already on the end of it. I like that. It's cut to one side because it's basically designed for skiers, so that when they go like this, they're not having to drag that on the snow like you would with this, where it's completely round. I do like that. It's a half cut and it still works great, once you take this tip off, I do like that. All in all, it's a really good stick. It's expensive, and just another suggestion for you, you don't have to go with the standard trekking pole. Again, I do the orange tape, electrical tape, Luca tape on there for blisters or whatever you need, and then some more duct tape. I'm a little crazy about duct tape, and it really doesn't add any more weight to it. And if I drop it, I can find it. And basically, that's my video. These are the things that, a few things I like, that I use, that I suggest. You don't need this stuff. Some people go overboard with gear, kind of like that song, Never Enough. Well, when you elk hunt, that song really comes into play. Never enough. You always want more stuff when you're hunting, or mule deer hunting. But these are just a few of the things I think that you should think about getting. If you have the money. These are really expensive, but well worth the money. Well, that's my video. I hope it helps somebody or helps them make a decision, and I hope that helps you. Thanks.